ladies at? Oh, snap. We out here.
Out here, we're everywhere.
From Los Angeles to Nairobi and Sao Paulo to London. Showing out and doing us no matter where we are. Doesn't matter if we're clowning, slaying these goddess braids, speaking facts, breaking bread, dropping hits, or rocking fits. The joy comes through in everything we do. It's that better save me a plate, that perfect contour, getting your money right, making magic in the studio, or just cracking up. Whew, I love us. Happiness and joy show up in all kinds of ways around the world. But black joy, there ain't no other joy like it.
Big, sweet, sip, sir, sir, sir. I just wanna get low, whoa, go.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy FRE, $H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why, just check out the channel. And today, we're going to have a grown folks talk about integrity and respect when it comes to the women. Welcome back to the Millennial Dating from the single man's perspective. Because this is a Millennial Dating Day, and you know, we talk about women, and we're going to do some Tinder searching on this too. For the first 20 minutes, I just wanted to discuss what integrity is. I'm going to show you guys the definition, what respect is. I'm going to show you guys the definition, and I'm going to show you guys a definition of morality, because morality falls into what respect is. So the first thing let me do is shout out to the people that came in the room early. I'm going to shout the 15 out. I'm going to turn this fan off so I can hear y'all clearly. And remember, at the 30-minute mark, I'm going to allow people to come in and speak your words also. I got this topic kind of off of a gist of something that happened online that a lot of people were watching, and I don't want to mention it. If you know what it is, you know what it is. But I definitely wanted to speak on this because a lot of times people watch my channel and they get confused with, you know, seeing me with like a lot of women, or seeing me, you know, with recording women dancing and all that stuff. And they think, or they tend to not understand that this is because I show respect and I show integrity, and I come with a sense of understanding that, hey, if she's not comfortable, I'm not going to record. So when they see the videos, they kind of just think, okay, well, this guy is just a player and he does all this sometimes. It's not everybody. Some people understand it, but I felt as though I had to do that. So the first thing to do, let me shout the people out of the room. Mr. Traveler, what's going on? Shout out to you, man. Rio in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Bright and early. Yes. You know we start on time. Howard Cooper, what's going on, man? Oh, yeah, getting back to Columbia soon, man. You know we getting back to Columbia soon. TN, what it do? You already know, man. And Brandon, what's going on, man? We got 16 people in the room. Everybody else, shout out to, let me know where you guys are from. And we're going to get to the definitions first, because that's the first thing I want to share with you guys. So let me share the screen. That intro was the YouTube Black intro. Hopefully they'll get some of us travelers on this year, and we'll be able to, you know, add to this thought of integrity and respect and show a different way of life, because I don't feel as though that's been shown yet, and I think we could bring that. So let's go with integrity. By definition, Google. Integrity is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles or moral uprightness. Excuse me. The second one is like a different definition. We're just gonna go with the first one, right? So you might say, okay, being honest and having strong moral principles. Well, what is moral principles? What is morality? So I define that also. Google. Morality is the principles concerning the distinction between right and wrong and good and bad behavior. Now, you guys that are just watching my channel or just seeing the videos for the first time, let me tell you that I don't believe there's such a thing as right and wrong. I feel as though it's all perception. It depends on everyone. However, the perception of the masses is what people consider to be right, and the perception of the minority is usually something different. So, with that said, the last thing I want to define is respect. Respect, a feeling of deep admiration for someone or something elicited by their abilities, their qualities, or their achievements. So if I say that I respect you, it could be because you have integrity, which once again is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles. So the reason why I wanted to start it off with that first is because I think with I got to get back on the big screen. I think with when it comes to dating in this millennial, in this new 2020 year, 2021 year, I feel as though people don't care about integrity when it comes to dating, because they will either lie to a woman to try to get what they want. They will try to manipulate a situation, or they will just, not respect a woman no matter what she does. Like, I respect a woman whether she is a daycare worker, a pro, or a regular woman. I respect them for what they do, because the only woman that is hard for me to respect is a woman who has no integrity, who doesn't live by the words that she says, or even a man who doesn't have integrity, who doesn't live by what you say. Now, if your game is to play women and feed them whatever they want to hear, okay, that's cool. But if you stick with that, I can respect you, because that is what you stick with. It's when you start to change, and when you don't walk on what you preach, that you lose respect for people, or you lose respect for a woman. And I feel as though when you carry yourself with respect, you'll get women to respect you more. And when women respect you, they will be more likely to do stuff like allow you to record them on video, allow you to sleep with multiple women, even though they know you are sleeping with them. They will allow you to have threesomes and things like that. And like it behooves me that we are this far in life. As I'm 37, a lot of people that watch me are between the ages of 22 and 65. So we're so far in this life that guys got to start to understand this. Women want the truth. So let me shout out some more people that came in the room. Incognito Joe, what's up? T-Dot in the building, you already know. Dog Nuts, what's going on? What's going on? Dipset, what's good? Frill, okay. What's good, Fresh? Real quick, what happened with you and old girl that you met on Tinder that worked at the strip club? Okay, if you haven't already seen, and I don't know if I want to play it on this one, but I'll show you. I don't know if I want to play it on this one, because I think I want to try to get this one so that it's promoted to a lot of people. But if you go to my channel and you watch this video, you will see what happened. This video that says "Just kidding" or OnlyFans, just kidding or not, the Flyboy way. You watch this video on my channel, and you will see what happened with my Venezuelan friend. Okay, let's go back to the thing. Big Brother Austin, what's going on? Orange, New Jersey in the building. I see that passport. Yes, I see that passport. Listen. That passport is power, man. And I wouldn't be thinking like this. I think, here's the thing. Growing up in the urban area of Newark, New Jersey, I've been lucky enough to be around people who had integrity, people who had principles, and people who had morals. So it kind of got, I soaked it up. When I was around it, I soaked it up. It wasn't, for you guys to know, it wasn't everybody. It wasn't always my family that gave me these principles. It was the guys I was around, the females I met. And it's been a wild ride. So yeah, definitely check out the other OnlyFans one, man. Ozzy, what's going on, man? Midnight, what it do, man? What it do? Okay, so check this out, fellas. In the video, and I'll play some videos in the background, because like I said, I know you guys don't want to just hear me talking. I like showing my videos. this is the stuff that doesn't really get me monetized, but for me, it's more about the point, because most of my videos have and I play the videos because there's always somebody who, I guess it might be the first time they're watching my videos, and they don't want to just take my word for it. So I usually just play videos in the background. But and in my videos, of course. So we're gonna go to, I don't know if we're gonna go to South Beach lifestyle. So we've done South Beach enough. Let's see. Let's go to, for the background videos, let's play. I like Houston. Houston was safe. All right, so we play Houston in the background. Hold on, let me read this real quick. All right, there we go. All right, here we go. All right, we're gonna play Houston in the background because Houston was safe. So like I said, a lot of people that watch my videos, you see that I interact with women very well. You'll see a lot of different women, and it may be in different places and different situations. But the thing is that no matter what woman I show on my videos, I show respect. I don't tell people, oh, yo, I'm banging this woman. You probably will never see me. You most likely, I never say never, you most likely won't ever see me arguing with a woman, yelling at a woman, put my hands on a woman, or disrespecting a woman in any way. That's just how I carry myself. And I feel as though that's how mature men carry themselves. If I wanted to, and another thing is, I have a daughter. I know I have a daughter. I don't know if you guys have kids. I would want my daughter to see in me, even though she sees me with a lot of women, she doesn't understand the whole situation with that. That's just my personal life. I would want her to at least see, even if I'm with a lot of women, I'm respecting each woman, so that she expects respect out of any man that she comes across. But nowadays, guys are a lot more comfortable now putting their brand or putting themselves online, disrespecting women. And like, it's just like, yes, I understand the alpha male thing. I understand the red pill thing. I understand the blue pill thing. I don't latch on to anything, but everything comes with respect. Like, regardless if you're red pill, blue pill, regardless if you're an alpha male or a beta male, regardless if you are a pimp or just a simp, a pimp or a simp, all of that needs to come with respect if you want to move correctly in this crowd. And it's just sad because I see a lot of people, and like I said, I don't do these videos for views. I do these videos because I feel as though my son is going to grow up, and if for some reason I'm not here, or if for some reason he needs to see how it was when I was younger, what it takes to be a man, this is what I'm doing on YouTube. And my daughter also, if she gets some information from me, that's awesome. So I'll put these videos up just for that simple point. And I feel as though because I have the receipts on my page, because you can go and you can see me interacting with women, and I'm not just some random guy telling you about how things work, I feel as though it could be more trusted. Shout out to some more people in the building. Okay. Let's see. Passports or working for an airline is power. Yes, both actually, because if you work for an airline and you don't have a passport, you're gonna be limited to where you can go. I just say that's the problem with a lot of black men in this travel community. Mad disrespect to women. That's why Kevin Samuels is getting popular. We're gonna talk about that. I have to turn the fan back on. Hold up. All right, so here's the thing. Here's the thing about this. All right. If I'm a man, and for whatever reasons, whether it's my gang, whether it's my necessity, my inability to have money, whether it's my style or my personality, if I'm not getting a lot of women in the States, and I know I have a better option overseas, a lot of men will go overseas, but then they'll come back to the States and be so disrespectful for the women, to the women in the States, because they can go overseas and get it, that it kind of messes up even the woman's mentality. And it's crazy because it's like, okay, even if I know I got a plug over here, I'm not going to mess up the plug here because I'm here in the States more often. Until I'm able to move somewhere else, why would you disrespect, and why would you, and here's the thing. Certain things men say they feel as though it's not disrespectful, or it's not it shows integrity. But if you're going to argue with a woman, even if you're right, even when you're right, if you're going to argue with a woman on a wide scale, then you're basically doing more damage than doing anything. So it's like, yes, a lot of black men in the travel community do have that issue of feeling so good about being able to go overseas and get something that is because other countries are more family orientated. The women are more they may treat you better, a lot better than the women in the United States, which is not as family orientated, which is more work orientated. But even with that, like if I feel my opinion, I feel as though if you're an alpha male, you're not gonna let that that ability to go overseas and get women to fall all over you make you disrespect the women that are in the same country that you live in. It's my opinion. RP red pill or hate women in my opinion. I don't know. It's like this. It's like if someone has been making it hard for me, and this is where I say I understand, but for me, it's not good. It's not my opinion good. If someone has been making it hard for you to get with women in the United States, because like I said, for those that don't know that, if you're not from the United States, because I know I have a lot of people from outside of the country watching my videos, UK, shout out to y'all, Canada, Africa, Trinidad, a lot of people outside of watching my videos. In the United States, black men and black women have been through a lot. Because black men and black women have been through slavery, we've been through segregation, we've been through tearing apart families, we've been through a lot. I mean, when I say we, I don't mean me personally, because I'm not that old to have gone through all that, but it's still me because it's been taught through generations. We've been through all that. But the issue is that even though we as black men and black women have been through the same struggle, we don't always come out the same on the end of the struggle. And it's been a lot of points now where like a lot of black men see black women and don't feel as though they're the type of women that other races have in their women. Like a Latino man, their woman to be more, they feel as though their woman to be more family oriented, more feminine. A white guy, his woman to be more feminine, family oriented. Indian, more feminine, family Asian, more feminine, family orientated. But then they kind of feel like the black woman, when she came outside of the same struggle that us black men in America went through, she came out independent. She came out more, I don't want to say masculine, but more authoritative than other women would be. And I think that because of that, yes, I feel as though a lot of men who once they see what the possibilities is overseas, they feel as though they can come back and just, me personally, I wouldn't, but I understand it. And that's what I'm saying. But I just, for my platform and for what I stand for, I don't feel as though that's the message I want to give out. Like I don't have to. Now, me personally, I don't ever have a problem dating American women. Me personally, that's my perspective. However, I understand other people do. So it's like, but still, the disrespect part of it is kind of wild. I like the title. The sad part is, oh boy, what's going on? I like the title. The sad part is men don't get to decide that makes you a simp or not. Women do. Okay, I get it. Oh, let me read this again. I like the title. The sad part is that men don't get to decide what makes you a simp or not. Women do. A lot of women don't respect nice guys or overly respectful men. Here's the thing. There's a difference from a nice guy and a guy who is gullible. Gullible meaning you're easily able to be taken advantage of. Me personally, I feel as though, and from the women's reactions I've been around, that I'm a nice guy, but I have my limits, and because I have my limits, it differentiates me from what you would call a simp. Because see, a simp doesn't have a limit. A simp is going to keep, in my opinion, a simp is going to keep giving until he gets what he wants, which may never come. A respectful man will give and then give until he realizes, hey, this is too much to give and I'm getting nothing in return, and he's going to turn around. And I feel as though that line is hard for a lot of men to join because a lot of, and I'm only speaking as a black man because I only know as a black man. It could relate to other ethnicities also, but as a black man and from North New Jersey, I'd say they said about 60 or 70, 60% of us don't have our fathers in our lives. 70% of us don't have a father that lives in our household. So most of us were never taught how a man is supposed to act. You know what I mean? How a man is supposed to think. So I don't blame people, but at the same token, it's got to be a point when you realize, okay, this is not working. I need to change. And I think it's a lot of men because they haven't been taught by a man. Like I was lucky enough to have my grandfather, even though we were so far in age. Sometimes in class, I was lucky enough to have my grandfather. I was lucky enough to have my boys around me, like my homies that like were older than me, because I was like one of the youngest. Actually, was the youngest. My boys around me to show me, yo, this is the tricks women play. This is stuff. You gotta figure out how to find a respectful woman and all this stuff. But yeah, man, like I feel as though women do respect nice guys. But they take advantage of gullible guys or simps. And we're 20 minutes in, so in 10 minutes more, I'll put the link in the room so we can all join the conversation. I just wanted to get my ideas off before I allow everybody to join. Men are logical, women are emotional. I believe that's true. But I don't go out my way to drop someone. Yet, if you come on my platform and don't follow the rules, then, well, here's the thing. Me personally, I went to school and took up business marketing. So I understand business. Even though I graduated with an associate's in accounting, I was learning in business marketing. And marketing my brand or anyone's brand, if you do stuff in the public eye, it may get you a lot of views. It may get you a lot of people following you in the short term. But wealth is a long-term man's game. Like if you're thinking short term, yes, I go on here and and even if a woman disrespects me on my platform, even if a man disrespects me on my platform, I will simply say, hey, it's not working. I appreciate you coming. I don't care what they say. They can call me a B. They can F my mother, F my kids. They can say whatever they say on the platform. But the most important thing is you as a man keep character and address them with the respect that you want them to have. Even why should I respect them if they don't respect me? Because if you're on this and your brand is there, well then it's your brand on the line. So for me, if someone disrespects me on my platform, I'm just gonna say, all right, this is not working. I don't like what you said. I told you the rules. Goodbye. And then I'm gonna click the whistle. I'm not gonna argue with them. I'm not gonna try to degrade them. I'm not gonna try to point out facts that might counteract. I'm just gonna say, you know what? You cross the line, that's that. But it's a point now where, and I dislike to say this, but I'm feeling like it's true. I'm feeling like a lot of guys can't control their emotions because maybe as a kid they didn't have it as bad as a lot of us guys. A lot of people from places like North New Jersey, Chicago, Oakland, California, places that we had it pretty bad. We carry respect with us at all times, and we don't let our emotions overtake us, because that leads you down the wrong path. I hope I went enough into that. I think I must say IMO. I think I'm at an age today where society and social media play a huge role or part in the meta game has changed. Okay, Oz, what's going on? Kevin Samuel is a cancer to the black community. I won't say that. I will not say that. See, one thing I will say about Kevin Samuels, in my opinion, is that he addresses the women with respect. I don't ever hear him calling a woman a B. I don't ever hear him like saying, well, you ain't nothing but a hoe, nothing like this. Yes, he may be aggressive to them, and I think sometimes it's hilarious. However, I don't feel as though directly that, even though what he's doing is not something I would do, I don't feel as though he's disrespecting them. And that's what something I can applaud, because you can have a disagreement with somebody and not disrespect them and prove your point. So, like I said, I don't see nothing really too bad with that. Milano the Travel Boy, what's going on, man? Talk that talk. Travel. What's going on, Mr. Traveler? True. Simp is simple-minded. Okay, I mean, I can get that. It's a lot more to simp. I think, in my opinion, it's a lot more to simp. But yeah, that's part of it. Women respect limits, but you have to show them you're real about it. Yes, and I feel as though for those that just coming in, I hope you hit the like button. I feel as though the issue is once you show a woman that you don't, and I'm going to go back to the definition. Where is that? What's that? I'm gonna go back to the definition real quick, and then I'll come back to my videos. Once you show a woman that you don't have integrity, which is the quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, well, she is more likely then to not respect your limits. You understand what I'm saying? Like once a woman sees that you're going into the field that they're used to, is which the emotional field, because like somebody said, I feel as though men are more logic and females are more emotional. Once you start getting into the emotional field as a man, well, then the woman starts to lose respect because she's automatically presuming that you have the integrity as a man and you're going to be more on the logical side than the emotional. But once you start showing that emotion, well, then you get what you get. But me personally, I understand because like I said, I got to give a lot of credit to being born and raised in Northeast Orange, Irvington, and being born and raised around all different type of people: police, drug dealers, gang members, church people, people with mothers and fathers, people with no mother and fathers. Because what I am, what my channel is a balance of everybody that I was around. You know what I mean? I think a lot of these guys, like, they either, you know, they don't have that balance because maybe they come from another country and they're not Black American and they don't understand it. Or maybe they had a mother and father and they had a different type of stability, so they look at women differently. Or maybe they were wealthy. And I think that differs, man. Oz, what's going on? He says, I love my Black American women. These men don't got game, simple as that. I won't say men don't have game. It is more difficult for some men. It is, because you have to be able to be patient. You have to have a lot of patience because, like I said, as a Black American man, you know what we've been through. If you're older than maybe 20, you can have got a real gist into what we've been through as Black American men. Regardless if we wasn't old enough to be in slavery, 90% of us have been stopped by a cop and they pulled out their gun. 90% of us have had a woman who either cheated on us or was how do I say this word? Or was a very promiscuous woman and we didn't know. 90% of us, none of us are 100% perfect. That's not a chance in the world. So 90% of us went through this. So with that, yes, I can't say it's as simple as that, man. But I do love my Black American women. I do love white women. I do love Asian women. I do love all women. You just have to have the patience and move. Speaking the truth is not disrespectful. Right, James Phil. That's why I said speaking the truth is not disrespectful. However, when speaking the truth, all right, how do I word this? Speaking the truth most of the time is not disrespectful. However, speaking the truth with aggression, speaking the truth with, and I gotta, let me give an example to try to word this right. If I know a woman is a promiscuous woman, right? It is true if I say, hey, you're a whore. Why would I respect you? I can say that. Even though I should respect her for what she said, because that's what she said, I can say, you're a whore. Why would I respect that? But that it may be the truth, but it's still disrespectful. And if I wanted to say, I say, listen, your way of life is not something that I agree with. It's just if I didn't. It's your way of life is something I didn't agree with. You see how I approach that same delivery two different ways? Delivery takes part whether or not something is respectful or disrespectful as well, in my opinion. Eddie J says, I think a lot of men, and it's about after I read this comment, I'm going to put the link in the room to anybody that wants to join. Like I said, I just wanted to get my thoughts off, so I clearly expressed how I feel about it. And now, if you guys want to join, I'm gonna add the link in the room. And what we can do is we can talk as men. If some women are here, we can talk as Americans. We can talk as whoever you want to talk as, and we'll just have a good conversation because I don't have all the answers, but together, still start and chill, something like that. So I'm gonna put the link in the room now. The only thing I say is try not to curse. I don't swear on my podcast, on my show. And if you're going to come on, you got to either have a picture of your face on your profile, or you got to have a video camera where you're going to be talking. Because other than that, it could just be a bot. So let me send it before I answer this, Eddie. Let me let me share this in the room. Hold on a second. Invite to stream. Well, let me invite somebody. Invite this to stream. Move this one. Invite. I gotta move this up. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, here we go. Invite, copy the clipboard, and I'm posting it in the room now, everybody. So if you want to join, like I said, the most important thing is you have to have a picture or a video camera, and try not to curse. I don't want to tell nobody what to do, but just try not to curse so that I can at least get this shared. I don't care if it get monetized, but I want it to be shared. And I want it to be promoted because this is something that I think we have to do. So I've shared the room, the thing in the room. All right. So Eddie J says, I think a lot of men like to give /simp because it makes them feel good and to be needed. There is a lot of men who just like the feeling of being needed and appreciated. Okay, yes, I do feel as though some men, and there are a lot of men that like to feel needed and appreciated because they've been taught as a man it is your responsibility or your purpose to be the provider. And that's just in the United States. I can only speak for the United States. They've been taught either by their family, by the status quo in the United States, or they've been taught by TV that as a man you should be a provider. So for most men, they don't feel, or for not most, but for a lot of men, they don't feel as though they're really a man until someone needs them or they're giving something to someone that's just helping someone. But for me, my difference is that my purpose, I found my purpose. I know my purpose. My purpose is to tell my story to help others and inspire others to go out and live their lives because I've lived my life through all the stuff I've been through. So I have a purpose, but a lot of other guys and a lot of people are taught and they listen to what they're taught, and it's not complete. I want to say everything is always your fault, but I can understand because that's the way of the United States. They teach men we got to be providers. That's our purpose. Our purpose is to provide. Our purpose is to build. Our purpose is that. But that wasn't my purpose. And yes, a lot of men will turn into simps because they feel as though they have to be that provider and they keep providing. But when you've gone through it, what makes you a simp is not learning. In my opinion, what makes you a simp is not learning from the fact that I've done something, or what makes you, by definition, what makes you insane, which a simp is to do the exact same thing over and over again, keep giving and giving, and expect a different outcome. So if that's the case, not only are you a simp, but you're insane because you're doing the same thing over and over again, and you're expecting a different outcome. But also, and we'll get into it. Nate, what's going on? First, I won't, like I said, to each his own. Like I said, to each his own. I do feel as though, and I'm not speaking on anybody in general. I'm not speaking on any person in general because for one, you'll rarely ever hear me talk about someone. If I am talking about something they did or their principle that they're standing on or a statement they made, I will never directly attack anyone. Really, I will most likely not ever attack anyone. And if I do ever attack anyone, it's definitely not going to be a black person because we've been through too much. But what I will say is this: sometimes on YouTube, and even in life, not even on YouTube, but just in life, whether you're trying to be a rapper, whether you're trying to be a celebrity or a dancer or a podcast person or a YouTuber or a content creator, when you start to get, and this is another reason why I don't accept donations. You guys haven't seen me promote anything. I have a lot of people that want me to promote stuff. I haven't promoted anything yet because I'm still trying to work a way out. And this is why I don't have memberships or anything like that. Because here's the thing. When you start to get paid, or when you start to see the numbers grow because of a certain way that you talk, whether it's you get very loud, or whether it's you talk about women, or whether it's you follow whatever trend is going on. When people start seeing the numbers, they start seeing the money, they get addicted to that, and they start doing things to react to that. And I feel as though, and we're not talking about anybody in general, I feel as though by doing that, you start to lose integrity. And that's one thing I value a lot. But everybody doesn't value the same thing. And I can't say what I value is, and I won't say what I value is better than what anybody else values. And that's what I think a lot of people make a mistake. Even though Fresh and Fit felt they've been disrespected, they could have handled it differently. But it's all about controlling your emotions. The whole thing, like I said, it's not. This live is not about anyone in particular. This is just the ideas that I had in my head based on things I've seen. You can't really expect someone to react the way that you would react, and I would never expect someone. And I don't think someone is worse for reacting the way than I react, because I don't think there's such thing as a good and a bad thing. I feel as though there's a way that I think, my perspective, and there's your perspective. And my perspective doesn't, because I live a more, less emotional life, doesn't make me any better than you. And I think that a lot of people lose touch with that. You get your game from a woman, and your name from one. Okay, Ricky Thompson. I think that's a Tupac line, right? Yeah, I shared the link. So if anybody want to jump in the room, the link is in the room right here. We can discuss anything. If not, I'll keep going. Like I said, this live will only be like an hour. I try to keep them under an hour, man. My bad, Fresh. I'm late. I've been busy with school. Hey, listen, you ain't never got to apologize for bettering yourself, my G. Captain Saberho in the building, man. Never apologize for bettering yourself, man. Whether you in school, whether you're doing your hustle, whether you're doing, whatever you're doing to better yourself, my G, keep it up, bro. Robert Starr, what's going on? How do I get a date with old girl? I don't know how you get a date with old girl. I don't know who old girl is, Robert Starr. And even if I have an idea who old girl is, I can't. No, I keep saying I can't. I won't. That's a matter. All right. That's another aspect of respect for me. Here's the thing. Are there women on my channel, in general, that I slept with? Yes, there are women on my channel that I've slept with. Will I ever come out and say I've slept with this one and this one and this one? No. Or will I ever come out and say, no, I didn't sleep with that one. I didn't sleep with that one. I didn't. No. The reason why is because I have respect for women. I respect a woman's privacy enough that if she chooses to be with me in an intimate fashion, well, I keep that between us. You know what I mean? What we talk about, unless it's something like if she says she wants to start her OnlyFans and she wants my assistance, then I'm going to keep everything private, because that's part of your brand. And if regardless if you have a business, regardless if you do YouTube, you're a content creator, you're a YouTuber, whether you have any kind of thing that you run for yourself, you are your brand. You are your brand. Your name, your word is your bond. You are who you are. And the way you carry yourself, whether online, whether offline, whether you're on somebody else's page, is the way that people will look at you. And I want people to look at me with, once again, I'll put it up here again. I want people to understand and look at me with the same way I look at them, with integrity and respect. That's what matters the most to me, because hey, the whole thing is, listen, I applied for this YouTube Black thing, and I don't have the subscriber base as a lot of people on the YouTube Black program. I don't have the subscriber base, but I feel as though for me, what's more important is my integrity and my message, the message that I bring. The message that I bring is that, listen, you don't got to be a drug dealer, a cop, or a celebrity to be celebrated. You could just be the average. You could just be the average person who lives with integrity and respect, and you should be celebrated for that alone. So that's my thing right there, man. And he says, no, I mean, you went out with old lady a while back. I was asking how did it go. Robert Starr, I don't know if you was here earlier when I said it, but if you want to see how it went well, I can say it went well. It went well, but if you want to see the actual interaction when I met her, I actually was able to film it, and it's on this video right here. I'm gonna put my YouTube up. Hold up. It's on this video right here where it says OnlyFans. That's the interaction I believe you're talking about. I put it up there. I have that on there because it's a picture that I wasn't able to put on. But let's get back to this Houston, Texas vlog. You guys got any questions? We're around the 40-minute mark. I'll enter the invite in the room one more time. Copy the clipboard and see if anybody wants to join and want to say anything on the subject. And then I'll answer any questions, and then we'll end it, even if it's a little bit early. Here we go. I'll put this in the room right here. JM, what's going on? My name is Slim Shady. But yeah, so basically, like I said, I don't knock anybody, whether you're red pill, blue pill, whether you're alpha male, beta male, whether you're simp or pimp, or whether you're just the average person. Like, you still got to move with respect. You still got to move with integrity when it comes to talking to women, because the fact that your brand is everything. Like I say, it may work now. It may work now where it's a trend now to call women out on their BS. And listen, I'm not the person that's going to tell you that women don't have BS. There are a lot of women that come with BS, and sometimes they need to be called out. But the way you call them out, I feel as though you got to do it with respect. You got to do it with class, because otherwise, if you do it with emotion, it's going to slow you down in the future, man. It's just going to slow you down in the future. So that's that, man. I think let's see. I got one question. Like I said, we'll end this in 3 minutes if we don't get no questions. So let's see. What's some good low-key spots in Miami? It depends what kind of spots you want. Like, if you want to stay off the main strip, like stay off South Beach, you can go to places in Brickell. And Brickell is a little more laid back, more low-key. Like if you go to like Red Bar, or you go to Caroline's, or you go to different places like that, where you can actually, if you're looking to meet women, you can actually meet women on a one-on-one and actually get to talk to them, because there may be like 2 or 3 sitting at the bar and you can walk up to them and talk to them. So yeah, that's a good low-key spot, man. Other than that, Doral has some good low-key spots around Doral Plaza, like Martini Bar and the one upstairs. Those are some good places too. Ozzy says, it's becoming popular to use Black American women as scapegoats for Black men's problems. Is messed up. Here's the thing. As a Black man, we are, I feel as though, my opinion, in the United States, we are kind of like close to the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to what people consider a respectable person, because of the situation. I don't know why. I can't even say, because it just feels that way sometimes. And because of that, we try to go to the next thing next to us, which right now would be Black American women, and we try to take our burdens out on them as well. I mean, Black women and Black men do it all the time. It's just something that was taught through the generations of miseducation that we had in America. So it's like, as much as I'd like to say one day it'll just go away, magically go away, where Black men and Black American women just so happen to get along and everything goes well and we stop bashing each other, it's unlikely. We got to really think about it. It's been like 300 to 400 years of miseducation and breaking apart. That doesn't get fixed because some YouTuber or some politician or some educated guy comes up and says, all us Black people need to work together. Bro, it's been 300-400 years. You can't fix that in a 10-year span. You can't fix that in a 100-year span. It may take double the time that it took to break apart the Black family in the United States to put it back together. So the best option, the reason why me personally, I just feel as though I'm doing my little part. It's only a little part in trying to fix it. My little part could be showing black men, or showing, not just showing black men, just showing men in general, that hey, rather than disrespect the American women, let's just step outside of the country and we see if another country adapts to us better. That's why you guys don't see on my channel me going to the same countries over and over again. As much as I like Colombia, as much as I like Brazil, as much as I like Costa Rica, you don't see me going to the same countries. I've got like 10, 12, 15, something like 10 or 15 videos of different countries on my pages, because I wanted to give people a feel of how all different countries are. And they're not all Latin countries. I got Trinidad, I got London, I got France, I got Jamaica, I got Dominican Republic. I got all this because I feel as though until you start to show other options, men will still keep, and women will still keep, and black men and women will still keep disrespecting each other, because that's how we were taught. That's how we were taught, man. If you don't know other options, that's just what happens, man. Bees believe fresh getting it. nah, Captain Sabo, that's not. I'll tell you that part is not true. I won't say which ones. And the crazy thing is that some of the women that you guys think that I may have, I might not have, and some of them that even on the film it looks like I didn't. I did, but it's the way you carry yourself, man. Divide and conquer. Yes, Isaac. Yes. It's best to be indifferent towards women you don't like. I like that, JM. I like that thought. Being indifferent. And for those that don't really know what indifferent is, it's like you don't care. It's like you don't care. I'm not going to be mean to you because I don't like you. I'm just going to be like, okay, I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm indifferent about it. And I think that is a better, and like I said, we can't tell everybody what's a better way to be for men, but giving other options is most important. Like, the only option we have is not to attack women that we don't get along with, or the women that don't fit our criteria of what a woman should be. You know what I mean? This is us men talking, man. Right now, I don't know if it's any women in the room, but this is us men talking. Like, this is millennial dating from the single man's perspective, and we're just discussing it as men. So yeah, life is so much easier that way. Yes, I agree. Fresh, I just said fresh. What I like about you is that you don't always talk bad about black women. I don't think I ever do, but a lot of these YouTubers stay talking trash about them, and their base eats it up. Like I said, it's a whole nother thing. Like I said, it's the thing about integrity, man. Like I walk on what I say. When I speak about something, if I say something, I live and die by it. And for me, like, because I understand what we've been through as black United States citizens, because I'm a black United States citizen, it's easier for me. It's easier for me to see that I don't need to be attacking black women. I don't need to be attacking white American women. I don't need to be attacking Latina American women, because it's just the culture in America that independence is more important than their family values, and thus women in America will most likely treat you not as or they will not likely as be, I don't want to say submissive, they won't likely as be as willing to work together as women from other countries who don't have that same thing. King Bo, what's up, man? Focus on your health and wealth. Women can't resist a guy that puts them first. Puts himself first. Yes, that's a part of what, when I say I don't think it's a game thing, like your ability to be able to talk to a woman or your personality. I feel as though a lot of the times the issue is that guys are not really, and I'm not saying this is all the time, I'm just saying there's sometimes, I didn't say a lot of times, say sometimes. The issue is that men aren't where they want to be in life. And if you as a man aren't where you want to be in life, how can you expect a woman to want to be with you if she sees that you're not comfortable in yourself? You're not confident in yourself. And I think it's not a lot, but some men have that issue also. Yes, Kimo. Ricky Thompson, until you step outside the matrix, you don't understand your options. I agree. I agree 90%. The other 10% says, until you step out of your community, you don't understand your options. In other words, sometimes you don't even have to step outside of the country. You guys know I'm a passport person. Sometimes you don't even have to step out of your country. If you're from North New Jersey, the women in North New Jersey might not vibe with you. But if you step out of North and you go to Montclair, you may have a different thing. Or if you step out of New Jersey and you go to Atlanta, you may have a different vibe. Or if you step out of the East Coast and go to the West Coast, you may have a different vibe. But see, the thing is that I feel as though men who don't know options, and this is kind of something that I saw in the show. And like I said, I was talking about it. Men who don't know options are more likely to disrespect women. They're more likely to attack women. Men that don't know their options are more likely to not be able to control their emotions. Global paper, Brazil and die. Models and bottles, you already know. And yes, sir, got more money than time. JM would buy more properties in Miami, or would I buy more properties in Miami or consider other states? No. My next property is going to be international. That's it. My next property is going to be international because I like I said, right now I can't touch the equity because my debt to income ratio is too high. But my next property is going to be in Mexico. Investments will die. You already know, man. I just says I got a black mother, black sisters, black female cousin. Doesn't make any sense. It's different, man. It's different because, like I said, you could have all that, and they could have treated you with respect as a man, treated you with pride, and they could have treated the next person like. But it really just depends, man. Definitely. Until you have money, you don't understand your options. That's part of it. I think money is part of it, but you also need to know. You also need to have travel. You need to have money and travel before you know most of your options. I won't say all, but most of your options. Because if you just have money, you be a guy with money in the hood. That don't really change nothing much. But if you have money and you've seen outside of your community, outside of the bubble that you knew all your life, well, then that changes everything. That gives you financial freedom, financial wealth, and financial independence. I'm backstage. Oh, my fault. Thanks. Yes. Mr. Traveler in the building. Let me turn this fan off so I can hear this guy. just coming from Ecuador, right? Let them know a little about you. Introduce yourself, man.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Mr. Well, they call me Mr. Travel, but I go by that social loner. Mm-hmm. I'm one of those dudes that's kind of always by himself, but with a bunch of people. So I prefer to be by myself. People be having too much nonsense, and I don't have time for it. But I do enjoy people's company. Can you guys hear me okay? Because I really can't. Can you hear me okay?
Perfect, man.
All right, so I got these beats on. It's my airplane beats. So yeah, man. So go ahead.
So what do you think about integrity or respect, or when it comes to dealing with women, and what is your perspective on dealing with, how do you deal with American women if you have an issue, or dealing with women in general?
Wow. You want the raw truth, or you want that?
Come on, man.
No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Like, I don't even care about monetizing my channel.
No. So I'm very respectful. American women, overseas women, I've traveled extensively, so everybody might know that. But the way I typically deal with American women, one thing is I grew up suburban, like in the suburbs somewhere. So I was exposed to not a lot of African American women, black women, but the ones that I was exposed to, they wasn't checking for me. I'll be 100 with y'all. They wasn't checking for me. They like the dudes where I was had a drama club, little theater geek, computers, and all that kind of cool thing. I was still cool. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't no nerdy nerd dude, but they just wasn't checking for me. I just keep it a bean. Right. Let's keep it 100. So they wasn't checking for me. So I've always had a resentment towards black women for that, and I will admit that. There was two resentments that I had towards black women. One was because they wasn't checking for me, because I've always been attracted. My highest attraction was always black women, Spanish women, white women. All right, the idea when people somebody has said it before, I love the hardware, hated the software. That's just the way it was. So and there was and but me not dating black women, there was part of self hate in there too. There was a lot of part of self hate.
Yeah. How
Yeah,
so?
very much, very much. So growing up, I'm dark skinned, so I was called, you know the name Star Baby, lights go off. Oh, where he go? Where he go? You know, all kind
Mhm.
of things like that. And there were things that I kind of went through just for being dark, just for being dark. So in my mind, if I would have kids, I would want my kids to go through that.
Got you. Got
So,
you.
so essentially, there was always this idea that I want to marry a lighter skinned woman or preferably a white woman to give my kids the best skin color so that they can go through life easily. I just thought it was a very logical thing. I
But
saw it as because
that's real. That's real because a lot of people won't say that. A lot of people won't say that, and that is very real.
yeah, that's the truth. Like just as you would want the best friends for your kids, the best schooling, the best everything, you want the best. What would make it easier for them? Just as you would say, there's light skin privilege, white, all that kind of privileges.
Definitely.
I want to give my kids the best privileges I can. The simpler.
Best
So,
opportunity.
but I've always personally, on a personal level,
Mhm.
outside of that bull crap, I've always been attracted to black women, just the way that I have been. But again, they wasn't checking for me, and the ones that was white women. They made it again. They say don't go after who you like, go after who likes you, because the person who likes the person in the most in the relationship has the least amount of power. So if I was over there trying to go for her, I'll be doing extra simping shit,
Simp mode.
try to see them above me and stuff like that, plus all that attitude. Um, but another thing I wanted to bring too, I'm trying to move over topics right now, is when people
Mhm.
are, I do believe that all men should get their passports.
Right.
Um, Again, get your finances in order. That's very important. But do get your passport, because I do think that motivates you in other ways too. When you start seeing the world, how the world views you. There's men that I've taken with me on trips,
Mhm.
and the way that they've gone crazy over women, because there's some women in the states, because the way this society, the environment is, and it breeds our
Right.
women, the femininity is not there. It's just not there. A lot of our women, because of the lack of the men in the house, they're essentially becoming men. They have a lot of masculine energy, and I'm not going to completely put that on them, but the reality is there's the lack of a man in the house, so therefore they're taking that role, and you can't, and a woman can't really naturally move between those two roles. And I think that's another reason why I watch these little YouTuber kids, and they go, "Well, would you date a black woman?" And they'll go, "No, no, no, no," and then everybody will go, "Well, you got a black mother," and stuff like that. I'm like, you ever think maybe that's the reason? So because
Like, yeah, like that plays
like
part.
the things they're witnessing in the household, that they can you can love that person, but not love who that person is, how you view them, and that, because men are naturally, we want to be the dominant one. We want our women to be more submissive, more docile in a sense. And if those boys are constantly seeing that from their mother, which looks like them, a black woman, then
Right.
naturally I can see why that they'll be like, no, I want Becky, who's more subtle and things of that sense. Do I say it makes? Am I going to say it makes sense to a degree? But it's not. But a lot of women, again, don't have they can't live in the femininity because the masculinity is missing. So, but
So do you think that's solely because they don't have a father, or is that because of partially the way that guys treat them currently? Like, do you think it's like the chicken came first or the egg came first? Like, do you think they go out to the world and guys treat them bad, or it's solely because they don't have a father that they act like that?
I think it's a very hard question. The whole idea of the egg or the chicken, kind of a
Mhm.
deal. We could go back into how men were removed from the household to the welfare state, how the government became the fathers of the households and things like that. We can go all the way back to that. But the idea, at the end of the day, we got to stop using these excuses and start moving forward. If we're going to keep, so we can
Facts.
talk about the past, but we got to start making progress. To get Men need to get back in the household, need to take responsibility, not having all these dang kids all the dang place.
Mhm.
I had a guy. This is a stupid story. I had a guy. He was like, "Yo, man, I need to borrow some money because I got to pay child support." And I was like, "Oh, all right, bet. I mean, how much you need?" He told me $25 for 3 kids.
Wait, what?
For He needs to borrow $25 for 3 kids for child support. That's what he was paying. And I was like, "What the? Why are
Hey,
you breeding? Like, why are you breeding?" And go ahead. What you saying?
No, I'm $25. I'm just
That was just funny to me though.
Jersey.
That was just funny to me though. So another thing about it is I don't want to. I'm trying not to go into this topic. You know, you know the topic. You know, a little Miami and Canada going on.
See, man, as much as I wanted to speak on it, I wanted to make sure my channel wasn't one of those channels.
Yeah.
But we could talk about the principles of what it is. Like, since we already talked about dealing with women, and we're over an hour, I'll say in all situations you have to have integrity.
Yes.
You can't, and we won't say any names.
Of course.
But you can't offer someone, like, you can't. First of all, you never disrespect another man. You respect yourself and respect everybody around you. You never disrespect a man's family. That's like you don't, if you don't know the guy and you disrespect his family, that's one thing. But then to disrespect somebody's family, offer them a chance to meet your fist and then back out. Well, I can watch it. For me, it's entertainment. I don't care. It's entertainment. I ain't unsubscribing to nobody. I'm still watching. It's entertainment. That's all it is. But I can't respect you until you fight this man. I can't respect you as a man until you fight this man, because there's no way you can offer it. For me, I'm from North New Jersey, so it's different. You can't disrespect a man, disrespect a man's family, offer to fight him and then back out. It's just not a chance.
Yeah, that whole situation, since the get-go, when there was a collab between those two individuals, I was like, what? Because I watch people. I watch all type of YouTubers and things like that. And that's one of the reasons why I mess with you, man. Like, I don't agree with everything that you say. I don't agree with everything that you do. Just not my kind of lifestyle. There's certain things that but I can respect your honesty and how you come about it as real. Right. I know people who be capping. Because I've been to a lot of places. There's one YouTuber, and I was sitting next to him in Playa del Carmen. There's nobody that you guys know. It's because I just actually bumped into his channel again today. I haven't watched him. He's like one of those life coaches kind of deals. And I was listening to him, life coaches and things like that. I was listening to him talk to a girl on the phone because he was doing a consultation. And about it, I'm like, you're telling him some crappy crap. Like some crappy crap. He's like, yeah, I don't believe in none of that crap, but it's, I make money off of it. And I was like, wow. And this guy has thousands of followers. And I was just like, wow, that really hit home for me, because I believe integrity and being true to yourself and being 100% authentic is very important in everything that you do, because at the end of the day, it's going to come full circle. It's going to come full circle. All these things can be checked. I've had numerous people who've approached me and been like, yo, man, I'm working with this company, da-da-da-da. All you got to do is post this and tell them, yo, this is how you doing things, da-da-da, because I do a lot of things. So people are like, yo, a lot of people think I'm a drug dealer, but because I do a lot of things, and because I don't talk about my businesses like that. But so that, if you just post, yo, man, I'm traveling because of this company, yada, 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 we'll do this for you. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm doing. It's like watching, I understand to get money. It's like watching NBA players go in and they're like, yeah, McDonald's sponsored. Yeah, I was eating McDonald's. Bro, that's not what you were eating to like get in shape and doing all that. Let's be real with it. I understand you got me. Go ahead.
It's not, they're not living by what they're preaching. You're not. That's a lot of reasons why you see I haven't really put any sponsors out there yet. I haven't asked for super chats, because of the fact that it's like, it's got to be the right one to fit. It's got to be the right one to fit, because if I'm not wearing a watch, like I rarely wear watches because I don't feel as though I need to ever know the time. I'm living life. But if I start putting promoting a Rolex, that's about this Rolex, well then it wouldn't be as real, as authentic as I wouldn't have integrity with it. So
that's not my style. That's good. That's not my style either. Like I'm a very basic individual. I do very basic things. I'm not a flashy individual. Where did I grow up? I grew up in Philadelphia originally, and then I moved. Actually not too far from that. Part in Haiti. I'm Haitian Dominican, but I only claim Haiti because that's a whole different thing. Haitian Dominican, and then I also grew up in a town called Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Amish town. I dated an Amish girl. She's on TV. That was a funny story too,
That's
because
tough.
she's on TV and she was lying her butt off, and I'm like, yo, these people are really just out here lying because I know her. Like that was my situation at the time. I wouldn't say names, but it was, and that's what really gets me because once I used to really believe in these reality TV shows, although intellectually I believe that it's fake, but until I knew, you guys probably saw Breaking
Until you
Amish
see
and
it for
Amish
yourself.
Mafia. Huh, excuse me.
Until you see it for yourself, like in
Until,
person.
until you see it for yourself. And I'm very good because I grew up in foster care and group homes too.
Right.
So like if I grew up in the suburbs, white people area, and what one thing happened is you become really good at reading people very fast,
Hmm.
very fast. You can you pick up little cues and little things, the capping, all that. I know people cap into me all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah, they do, bro. They really do. It was really awkward for me when she was like Futukuanano, that's a little Dutch. Like they teach you the worst things. And they have this thing called the hut. Essentially, what it is when they are doing Rumspringa, they all rent an apartment together and they throw the wildest parties. I'm talking about like Project X look like crap to them. Like it's really wild. You don't want to party with Amish people. You think you can party, you cannot party. I'm literally like, yo, this. I'm at the party like, listen, we should have some parents in here. This is ridiculous. We should we need somebody to supervise this. It makes you uncomfortable how crazy they have no restraints.
So, question:
Go ahead.
Do you feel as though like if a woman doesn't respect your rules, you would like have to like disrespect her to her face, or you would just like walk away? Or
Personally, for me, walk away. Walk away. I have a program in which I follow. It's my life's program, the things that I do and the
okay,
people I keep around me. If you're not going to contribute to that, you're being negative and you're not doing that. I don't care if you're female, you know, you're done for me. You're done for me. I'm a male. I'm not trying to brag or try to be all like, yo, I'm not, bro. Like I used to be, I'm not. But what I'm trying to say is I know I have options. I know
right?
I have options. I'm a young black male, no kids that I know of, 43 countries. Somebody got hit. I'm just waiting to get that Maury call. So for me, I'll just walk away because why waste that energy? You're not going to win. Female, as people always say this, and I don't think it's all females and all males. Male are more logical, women are more emotional. And if a
Facts.
female gets into that, and she gets you into your emotional bag,
So I was
that's where
saying
she
earlier.
wants you. That's what she wants you. If I'm walking on land and I see a shark in the water, I'm not going into that water because that shark gonna kick my butt because
Yeah,
that's where he lives. And
yeah.
that's the same thing when it comes to the emotional aspect of women. That's why when they be hitting you doing all this because they need you to get into your emotional frame. Once you get into that, they
Mhm.
got you because that's what they control. If you're very stoic and you just be like, all right, whatever, da 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 da, bro, they'll respect you more. They'll hate that they respect you more, but they will respect you more. It's just the way that it is. And for me, that's what I've noticed. Because when I used to be emotional, I had my anger issues and things of that sense. Never when they would just literally they just soon as they get that little dig, they dig deeper and dig deeper and dig deeper. But sooner you become very stoic about it and things like that, they'll like babies, they'll throw that tantrum and then they'll tire themselves out and you call yourself a good day. Be like, yo, you want a snack? No, all right. I'm just gonna like,
So now that everybody knows you travel, I mean, I
all
still don't
right.
know why you haven't started your YouTube channel yet. I don't
All
know.
right. So
I
for
don't
me,
know. I don't know what's going on with that. But
it's a good reason why. It's a good reason why. When I have like 8 terabytes worth of video, at this point I'm not gonna edit them because you just can't tell the story how they happen anymore. Um, for me, it was literally as similar to you guys, you Ace and things like that. It's the authentic factor for me. I'm not trying to cap. I'm not trying to make everything this and this. And I didn't feel like I knew enough. Like I've been traveling for quite some time, and I didn't feel like I knew enough and really had the experience to really put the information out there. And as much as I could have went out there and been like, you know, trial and error like everybody else,
for
I
your
like to be a
experience, you don't have to
yeah.
know.
Now I'm way experienced. Now I'm way experienced though. But your introduction to anything is the first impression is the most important impression. So for me, it was very. I wanted to know enough. I wanted to have a lot of countries under my belt. I wanted to come in there because the audience that I would want to approach is our brothers
Mhm.
because I want us to go out there and understand we have more options. Understand that dark skin, light skin, whatever that we have, all these things that we're loved. Like we're loved. And one thing I tell brothers, every country they told me, don't go over there, they hate your black, but the women love us. And that's why they don't want us over there. They don't want to compete with us. I'm telling you.
Which is the reason why you have to be able to put your stuff on YouTube, man. Like you gotta think about it. Like I know literally prior to I knew one person that went to Ecuador. That was you. And then literally 2 days later, I seen Big Mo. He's in Ecuador now. So I'm like, Big Mo. I'm like, these are the only two people I've ever heard of Ecuador. I've never knew anything about Ecuador. Never seen nothing. Imagine if you'd have been able to share that with people, how much people could learn more about that.
Yeah, my goal is to travel every country in the world. Like I'm about to go to
Antarctica. I have it on Instagram, but not everybody does. And I'm
That's true. That's true. No, I'm gonna do that. I might actually have to hit you up. Also, you and some other buyers. I bought a bunch of mics because I'm not one of those people that just buy a bunch of crap thinking I'm gonna use it. I want to send you a mic, man, because you got that audio game up, but I have like 100 different mics. I literally just kept buying them because they're literally in this closet. So yeah, but I'm definitely gonna start that up. I'm gonna ask for some of your advice, of course, conversation. And then I just wanted to know more. I just wanted to know more and be much more informed and not just go out there speaking up my ass. You know what I mean? Like I'm a person I don't stay Airbnbs. I prefer hostels. Right. Some people I prefer hostels for the social aspects.
This is what I'm saying. Like this is stuff we don't get to see, man. I think I heard something called hostel. Like, I can't see I don't know any channel except for Big Mo where black guys stay in hostels.
Yeah.
I mean, I think Ace stayed in the hostel once or twice.
Yeah, he stays there.
But I don't think most black guys are going to go to a hostel. So to have black guys that go into a hostel and see that, hey, it's not that bad. I've been only one in my life.
It's not that. It's much better. Like it's much better, especially because I'm a solo traveler. I ain't got time to be like, yo, anybody gonna travel with me? Yeah, I'm gonna come, and then the trip comes, nobody shows up. I ain't got time for that. Whoever shows up, shows up. So I go by myself anywhere. Like I literally went right before coming on here. I was looking to go to Peru, just for the heck of it. Because Ecuador was fun, but Ecuador kind of
did.
It was a messed up trip, man. It was fun, but to the degree of fun I thought I was gonna have, it didn't meet that expectation for me.
Right.
And so for me, I was gonna go to Peru just to make up for it, or just jump 2 days into Puerto Rico or something. I don't know.
You been to Peru already?
Peru?
Yeah.
No, I haven't been to Peru, but I met a Peruvian girl, and I want to see other ones like her. I'm like, oh, that was
nice because I've heard good things about Peru, but I don't know really anything of stuff in the Inca, whatever that is. It's the only thing I know. But
yeah,
I've heard Peru.
I've heard some very, very good things, and I've seen some very good. I have to get over there, and I was gonna go to Croatia.
No, did you need a COVID test to go to Ecuador or Peru?
No, I didn't go to Peru yet. So, but yeah, to go to Ecuador, you did need a COVID test. Very easy. Coming in the States right now, it's free. Mm-hmm. Over there, it's only $30 to take it. You take it $30 today. Well, the next day it shows up. Right. The only problem was I got Spirit Airlines. I had bro.
Even in Fort Lauderdale, Spirit Airlines is different right now, man. I mean, they're canceling flights for the whole day.
They just sent me free money. I'm not even going to use that. So if anybody wants Spirit Airline $100 voucher, let me know. I'm not getting, because they literally cost me. I pride myself on budget traveling. What I'll do is I'll put a budget. I'm like, this is my budget. Let's see where that budget can take me. I go where my budget tells me to go. Essentially, you know what I mean? I own my own business, so I have free time. Whatever it tells me, hey, you can go. This is where you go. So I had a perfect budget. Get to the airport, cancel. They're like, nope. I'm like, y'all not gonna do anything? Give me a next flight. Nope. Next flight we can get you is like 3 days from now. I'm like, really? And then the lady was like, she's like, well, I'm be real with you. We say 3 days, but you ain't get on that flight either. She literally just told me that. She's like, look, don't even take that. So then I was in Philadelphia. So then I had to, because the reason why I have a boy who was in Ecuador, and I'm very much about my word. Like if I say my word, I'm coming somewhere, I'm coming. That's my word. So, and I had some package from Amazon. So I'm like, I have to get to Ecuador. So then I bought a new ticket, drove all the way to Jersey, EWR.
From Philly.
From Philly. drove to Jersey for a new ticket, made it, got to, from American Airlines, $600 ticket, last minute.
Round
Yeah,
trip?
that was yeah.
Okay.
But my first ticket was $250. My Spirit airline was $250. Then you got to go $600. Plus, I had
Plus
to
you
park
lost
the car.
50.
Huh? No, they refunded that. They refunded that. They refunded
Okay.
it. They refunded me my money. They gave me $100 voucher. I'm not using that. I'm serious. Anybody hit me up, you can use. I'm not touching Spirit for a very long time. They need to earn my trust, buy me flowers, to do whatever. Because I'm not. I can't. That what you should just basically to travel overseas.
Yeah,
If you want.
your face, boy.
So for me, it's I'm not taking the vaccine. That's not a political thing. It's just I don't trust. I just don't trust it, right?
Mm.
It's not a political thing. I just don't. I'm gonna see if y'all get superpowers, then I might holler at it. But right now, I'm just not. I'm not taking it. I just say take the test unless you want to go to certain countries that requires it, like Iceland. I'm going to Iceland to go see Northern Lights recently again. Well, I went already, so that you required it. But I'm waiting. Go ahead. Huh?
No, go, keep going. What you going? Somebody else asked the question, but I don't want you to answer that yet because I don't want you to lose your train of thought.
Okay. So I'm going to Iceland. Iceland requires you to have the vaccine in order to get into Iceland and things like that. And I'm going to Romania, and I think Romania might require it too.
Mm.
I had a girl from New York. She's from Romania. She's invited me over there, so I'm just gonna
Mm.
scoot. That's what you do, man. You get a girl in every country. If we place to
That's
stay,
smart.
and
So
I think I put in travel. Go ahead.
So this guy says, "What?" Oh, Ozzy's my fault. This Ozzy says, "What are the benefits of a hostel compared to hotels and the Airbnbs?"
Okay, so I have a game plan. Let's say I'm going somewhere from Wednesday to Monday, Tuesday. Those are my typical days I go places, right? During the week, those are my days I'm doing the exploring, I'm doing the hikes, I'm doing the museums, I'm doing all that. I'm getting my ducks in a row. I stay in a hostel and I stay in a bunk bed kind of a situation. It's cheaper. My goal is not to stay in my hotel all day. And also that motivates you not to stay in your hotel all day. When I pay $300 a night for a hotel, I'm gonna stay in there. Yeah, trust me, I went to Aruba. That was like 400 a night in Aruba. I'm sitting in there getting my money's worth. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just walking around the place, taking 9 showers, leaving the water on. Steal a towel when I leave. All my towels are Marriott towels. But,
Wait, so when you go to these hostels, right? Are there a lot of people there, or is it just you?
No. It's typically right. It all varies. It all varies, right? So what I typically do, I look at the ratings and things of that sort. Look how central to this, how it is, but it's going to vary. You can find some hostels that are crazy things happen in them. I don't know how detailed I can go, but crazy things.
I got you.
You get crazy things happening on parties. You make some amazing friends. They're like, "Oh my God, what you doing?" Like, and also it's like, you ever remember those books like Build Your Own Adventure books?
Not really.
You know those books, you'll read it, you go to go to page 7 or page 9. It's one of those Build Your Own Adventure books. That's kind of how I see hostels, right? So I have different groups of friends. I enjoy museums, I enjoy hiking and seeing the things, but I have people that love that stuff. They truly enjoy it, but they don't enjoy partying. I also enjoy partying. So during the day, I have my nerd museum guys that are there, like, yeah, let's do that. And then during the night, I have my group for the partying group, like, where we're going, we're doing this, we're doing that. So if you're a social person, it's very beneficial. If you're anti-social, it's beneficial, and you're trying to get more social and make more friends. Because a lot of those hostels they'll have what's called, like, depending on what countries you're in, they also have language exchanges. So what happens is, like, say on a Tuesday or something, on a Wednesday, whatever day they might have it, you have the locals. They'll come. They'll sit in some of these houses have bars, coffee shops, and they'll sit there and they'll do language exchanges. They'll practice. So now you made a friend. Hey, yeah, I'm a local. Bam, I know what bars to go to. I know this, and that person introduced you to that person. Then all of a sudden you are a lone person. You're never alone. It's so because you can choose to be alone, but you're never alone.
You always have somebody there, yeah.
You always have somebody, and then during the weekdays.
Hey, Joe Montana. Nah. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing in person because different countries, different thing. You want to answer that one?
The Tinder thing. The problem with the Tinder thing is a lot of guys do that, and a lot of local girls have gotten hip to that. So one advice that I give guys, if you're going to travel, the day you get there, especially going to do the Tinder game, the day you get there, go to something that's known in that country, take a picture in front of it, and post that as your main picture. That way the girls know you're actually there.
Yeah, so you know you're actually there. That's a fact.
You know, you actually that changes the whole game on it. And then doing your first day, doing at like 7, 8 o'clock, use a boost it up,
Oh yeah.
boost it up, and gets you all. That get you because then they see you actually there, and then always write on top in whatever local language it is. I don't know this language, but I'm willing to learn. You know, because women, one thing they love to baby you. If you learn a couple words in that language, because once you start speaking it, because people are naturally shy, they don't want to be embarrassed, right? A lot of people are shy, they don't want to be embarrassed. But if you're willing to put the embarrassment on yourself, they're willing to work with you. It's
That's
much
free
more
game,
easier if you
fellas.
go, yeah, that's free game. If you're literally always talking their language beginning, be like, learn something like, hey, I don't know how to say this, I'm learning. Something like that. And they're like, oh, I know English. They'll literally say, I know some English. So because you're willing to embarrass yourself, they're willing to in turn embarrass themselves with you. That's free
That's dope.
game.
That is
Yeah.
dope.
Any more questions before I
Matt says, looks like Romania is out.
why is that? I'm very curious, man. Why would Romania be out? And on it,
You know it. It's not FDA approved, just emergency. I don't want.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because it gets very political. People are like, oh, because you know,
Yeah.
because it's not like that at all. It's not like that at all. I don't want to be in that commercial. Did you and a family in 2020, whatever, take that and you got a third leg?
Yeah,
I'm like, I've been had a third leg.
it's tough, man. It's tough a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what up, man? Definitely game.
Yeah, I'm just I
I don't
mean, I
want to
don't
find a hostel. Oh, come on, Joe. You ain't gonna find.
listen. No, Joe, I'm gonna tell you right now. And another thing I'm gonna give you guys advice on this, right? It's something you ever tell your friend, yo, bro, you gotta go to this party, it's the best party ever. And no matter how good that party is, you're not gonna have as much fun because what you think in your mind is always greater than what actually is reality. So when you travel, watch if you don't travel like with this, I'm trying to get girls, I'm trying to get laid, I'm trying to do that. Watch how much more you get laid.
Way
Because
more. You don't expect it.
wait, when I'm thirsty, I'll tell you right now, I don't. They girls like, no, bro. I literally just got back from Ecuador. 3 girls, all 3 wanted me. Literally, I was in a room. They all 3 was like, look, the only reason why we're here is because you're here. We feel comfortable with you,
What?
and why they told me that they said, look, the only reason why we're here is because you're here. I went to a salsa dancing class. I love dancing. Learn to dance too. Don't be embarrassed to do nothing. So I went to a salsa dancing class this girl was giving. I met her on Tinder. She invited me. I met her 2 friends. They were like feeling, doing all type of thing. I went on a date with one of them, and I'm talking to the other one now. They're all 3 friends. So I'm maneuvering. It's like a bomb. I'm trying to defuse. I'm
Where
like,
they from again?
Ecuador. They're from Ecuador.
They're all from Ecuador.
They're all from Ecuador. They're all 3 friends, and
Staying
the
in
2.
the hospital. That's dope.
They live there. They're locals.
Okay.
The one was given a dancing class in a hostel. She does a salsa class,
Gotcha.
salsa, and it's called different kind of dances in the hostel. And then she invited me and things like that. So then we got to know each other. Then I met her friends, and I found out that 2 of them are bi. They like each other. So I'm trying to make that situation happen. Trust me. You collect numbers and don't force something to happen because in doing so you can mess a big chance. One, you can mess a great friendship that can introduce you to a lot better opportunities.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I've met girls who I didn't go thirsty on and I really wanted to, and then they're like, oh my god, this guy's cool. Then they hit me up like, yeah, me and my friends are having a party, and next thing I know, I'm at.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you go too quick, the hot friend might be showing up 30 minutes later, and you like, oh, I already thought. Go ahead.
Listen, hey fellas, we lucky enough, ladies, you here. We lucky enough to have this guy right here, the social loner. He's been so many places, man. We got like 5 minutes left because this is not going to go over 1:30. We're going to end this whole live. So if you guys got any immediate questions, ask him now. His guy's been all around the world, man. So ask him any questions.
Any questions? Go ahead.
Ozzy says, what has been your favorite country so far?
For me, it depends on
what favorite.
What I'm going for: food, partying, culture. Partying, Thailand. I love the Thailand. Sawadika.
Okay,
Man,
that's different.
It was so funny because chocolate man. You want chocolate soup? I will never forget that. It's just funny. So and then there's a thing called a full moon party. 30,000 people partying on the beach, crazy.
I've seen that one.
So that's cool. For more of a chill, I love Cuba. I've been to Cuba several times. I love Cuba, and part of that is because of the whole internet situation. when you're in the club, everybody's now on their phone, da 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 da. And I love that people are more engaged in that sense.
Faster for everything.
Yeah, faster for the more beautiful girls and things like that, and in a more safe environment. I would say Ukraine. I would say Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine, bro, brother. If you go to Ukraine, bro, the stuff. No, depending on when you go, the stuff I was, bro, the stuff I was pulling, I didn't even appreciate it until I went home and sat by myself and was like,
I think I seen one. I think you sent me
yeah.
one. Something like that.
I was, the stuff I was pulling, bro, models. I was sitting in this like $2 meal place where you like a, I don't know what it's called, but like this guy found it. He took me there when you like eat very cheap. And I'm sitting there, and this girl kept looking at me. She's not being shy about it anyway. She's just, and I'm just looking at her like, and I'm feeling like, yo, I just might walk me home. But she got the vision. She ready to, I don't know what she ready to do, but I'm not gonna lie, I was scared for my life because she made, like, when you turn, somebody looking at you, but you turn to look away. She didn't do none of that. She was like, chocolate mine, I need you, like something like that. I don't know, but it was crazy. It was. Good.
Are there activities to do in Ukraine, or you just?
Yeah, there's a lot of activities. There's a lot of activities you do. Depending on where you are, you can do Kodobo. I can't say it. It's where that power plant exploded and stuff like that. You can do that. That's a cool thing. You can there's that what's called the Peace Bridge. People walk on. There's a lot of things you can walk around. It all depends on what you want. A lot of the guys, all they want to hear about is girls, which bothers me sometimes because there's a lot more to do in these countries than just girls. And it's funny when you're doing a lot of these things, you meet girls. It's a byproduct of itself. So
definitely,
it really is. Like most of the girls I meet, I'm doing a tour, and then we're making jokes, and then next thing we know, we're getting a beer. Like, hey, let's go get some beers. And next thing you know, Mr. the vertical dance or horizontal.
Shout out to Mad Dog in the building. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to his channel too. New on YouTube this year. Almost at 1,700 right now, 15 away. So we can get like even half of the people in the room right now to go subscribe to this channel. He'll be at 700. That's all we got to get, man. Let's try to get at least 15 people in this room to subscribe to this channel.
All right, one last question before I
get into one last question. All right, let's see any questions before.
Get a good question.
Social selection. We say?
Give me a good question. Give me a good one.
We're not going to do this. We already know where Ukraine is at. So since we don't have any questions at the end, I'll give you a question. If you had to live in one country for the rest of your life, which country would it be? Outside of the United States, which country would it be?
Would I be making American dollars though?
Of course.
Okay, all right. I had to live in a country. Can I still travel?
I mean, you.
It'd be my base.
You gotta live in it. You couldn't go anywhere else. You gotta live in that country for the rest of your life. Now, if you travel within the country, but you can't go to any other country outside of America, you gotta be, what country would it be?
Brazil.
Can't double end question. We end it right here. Can you explain why?
Personally, I love Afro-Brazilians. That's my kind of women. Plus, I love waterfalls, and they have one of the best waterfalls between Argentina and it's such a big, vast place to explore. So I feel like there'll be a lot of things to explore within that. Plus, the whole language of Portuguese, the dancing, just the more approachable vibe of more. People are more open to me. The Brazilian people are very much more opening and welcoming. It's very easy to make friends in a sense. Like, once you're part of the community, you're part of the community. So I love the family aspect of how a lot of things has to do with family. Like, I love like some of these places you go on Sundays. Everybody goes to like the beach together. They're playing volleyball. They're playing these games. They're constantly active, and that community is constantly working together. So that's one of the reasons why I love the more the community aspects of it. And again, I love Afro-Brazilians. They're just my favorite when it comes to from a male perspective, plus the weather and everything. So Brazil will have to be it. I mean, there's danger, but if I'm making American dollars, I can afford to live somewhere a little bit better. So that's why I said that. If I wasn't making American dollars, Mexico.
I definitely want to thank you for coming, man.
right.
Everybody, make sure we got to get him. He has to get a YouTube channel but before the end of the year. What is it? Before the end of the year is August. You got to at least have one video on your YouTube channel. In the meanwhile, I'll make sure I put his Instagram in the description after we end this, so that you guys can subscribe to his Instagram. If you got any questions on any of the places he's been, he's very, very approachable. And listen, just appreciate you coming, man.
Appreciate you, man. Keep it up, brother. Let me send you that mic. You better sound.
All right, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So yeah, man. Listen, it was a great conversation. Like I said, once again, I appreciate the social loaner for coming in. He has so much content out, and like I said, if you follow him on Instagram, then you'll get the content of him in different countries, man. It's dope. It's dope. But he be putting some wild stuff up there. Mad Dog said, "Best in Colombia." We definitely dropped a lot of gems today, man. Definitely gonna get him to start a channel somehow. I guess because I've never been able to see. Well, I mean, it depends what you like. And oh my goodness. Shout out to Call Me Tiffik, aka Essence V. If you guys haven't seen the video from Call Me Tiffik on my YouTube channel, make sure you guys go check that out also. Nope. And yeah, like I said, we're gonna sum everything up. We're saying this. All right. Regardless if you disagree with a lot of the ways that American women are acting, a lot of ways that, whether it's black women, white women, a lot of ways that they have in the United States, the most important thing is that as a man who is supposed to be more logical than emotional, you keep your cool. You show respect. You show integrity. You walk on what your word is. You keep your word. My word is my bond. If I speak on something, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're have friends, be a man of your word, because that's the most important thing that we have, man. We can have all the numbers in the world. You can be the richest guy in the world, but if you don't have any integrity, what do you have? It's your boy FRE$H Fresh at the Flyboy Way. That's THEFLYBOYWAY. Don't ask why. Just check out the channel, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.